Okay, so good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning. Okay, so I'm Nitin Shetty, and I will be handling a front end part for your course. Okay, so until now, Imbra sir was handling a back end, right? So from today, a front end part will be starting for your course. Okay, and I will be handling that, right? Okay. So, is this all the students, or should any student should come? Should we wait? Because I think two more should come, right? Totally, it should be 11 students.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. So, if they come in the middle of the course, let them join today. Okay. So anyway, we have waited for 10 minutes. We are going to start the session. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, anyone, can you answer, as this is a first front end part, what exactly is a front end? What do you mean by front end when we say it? So you know what is back end, right? So you have started using Java. That is when there is a application. Anyway, we are all aiming to become a developer. Okay, so in that we are aiming to become a full stack developer, right? So when you say full stack, we know that we will be having three parts to learn. That is, one is front end, one is back end, and one is database. So where does we use these things? That is when we develop an application or when we develop a website, these three things must be there. That is front end, back end, and database. Suppose, for example, let me share the screen. One second. Is my screen visible, guys?
Visible.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, fine then. Okay, so suppose if I just take a Google website itself. Okay, so this is a Google. So I will just type cars. Okay, so if I type cars, again I am getting one new web page. Okay, so in this web page, again I will just click on one link. Okay, so what is the first link here? That says new cars in India, new cars in 2023. Like this, there are n number of links. So in that, what I will do is I will press 1. Okay, so what are we into now? So there is something called car whale here. Okay, so this is the website which is built by a developers like us. Okay, so this is what we are conducting the course. When we finish the course, you should be able to just build a website exactly like this, or whatever it is according to the requirement. You should be able to build a website using front end, back end, and database. Here, now you guys have an idea how the Java works, how to write a program, and what how exactly it works. You have a little bit of idea. Okay, so here where the Java has been applied in this website, if you ask me, if I just, there are n number of options here, right? So there is a car pictures, and here see all brands. Under that you have almost so many options: Maruti Suzuki, Hyundai, Tata, Mahindra, etc. Okay, so when I click on Mahindra like this, you have a separate page which belongs to Mahindra, and all the particular cars are there. That is, separate web page has been created for a Mahindra cars. So how did you get in the first place? Right. So how did you get it? That is, when you click on it, okay, you are sending a request for the server. Which server? The server where this Carvale, okay, this Carvale website has been hosted or has been created, right? So what do you mean by server? It is just like a memory. Okay, so in your mobile, you have one memory, right? So you will be having one storage facility in your mobile where you can storage anything, photos, videos, files, document, etc. Like that, all these information. Okay, information means, so what is the name, what is the mileage, what is the price, what kind of picture it should give you, everything has been stored somewhere where that is only called server of the particular website. As I just told that every website should be having three things, that is front end, database and a backend. When it comes to database, that is a server, everything will be stored in the database of this particular Carvale application. Okay, so everything is stored in the database of this Carvale application. Okay, so where does the backend come into existence? That means when I click, okay, when I click on anything, so I will click on Mahindra XUV 700. All right, so I will click. Again, I'm getting a new page. Okay, so when I click there, in that particular region, I will again get a response from a server. How? That's where the Java will work. At the back end of the application, database will be there and it should work, right? So again, I will just click on get EMI offers. When I click on get EMI offers, what will happen? You are requesting something. Okay, again, when I click on EMI calculator, you are requesting another thing. Again, if I click on get July offers, you will be asking a server for something. Okay, these all different options you want to have. That is all different information which contains in them. If I click on the get EMI offer, another information I will get. Some web page what saying about a EMI offers. When I click on get July offers, I will get another kind of information. That is, what are the offers that is available in July. Okay, so for each buttons or for each regions, there is a separate information or the separate web page which a developer had made and kept. Okay, so according to the which button or which region you will click on the website, that only you will get as a response from the server. And what is the connectivity between you and the server? That connection is possible because of a backend which you are learning every day. Okay, so in backend, any language can be used. C, C++, Java, Python, .NET, anything. Okay, right now, I guess you are learning a Java program to apply it in a backend, right? So when I click on July, I will be getting another content. When I click on get EMI offers from the same website, okay, from the same website, I am getting a n number of different information. So I will say show price in my city. See, again I got something. Okay, so whenever I request server, the server will respond to me and give back some answer. Okay, or I give back some response. Okay, so how that is possible? Because you have a memory which you have already stored all the thing. Okay, but when user wants particular thing, which particular thing he is requesting to, that only the server will give. So I will again come back. This is response to Mahindra, and I will just click on, okay, Mahindra Bolero. Okay, so I will click on this picture. The information corresponds to this particular click. Okay, earlier I clicked on the Scorpio, sorry, XUV 700. Now I'm clicking on the Bolero. Okay, based on the action I take, that is where I will click, that particular information I will be getting from the server. And now we know how, what is the database, that is everything correspond to Carwhale. Okay, we are just seeing a Carwhale application or website. Everything corresponds to this application is stored somewhere in a server. How you are getting connected with that server? Using a backend. The request and response are getting worked because you have, or because the developer have written a backend programming language in order to support it. Okay. At last, when the front end come into the picture is, that is regarding to a user interaction. Okay, so what do you mean by user interaction? Okay, so now, right now, what I have in my screen, a website. Okay, I have this particular headings, a picture, and a button. This is a button, right? And this is also a button. And here, this is also one kind of icon, and it acts like a button. See, diesel, manual, right? So you have, what we have is, user can interact with something, right? I'm interacting with my system screen. Like that only, when you take out your mobile. Okay, so example, what I can say is, if you use a Facebook, okay, if you use a Facebook application, what you will do, you will take out your mobile, click on the Facebook app. Okay, a page will be opened, that is a login page. You have to give your email, you have to give your password, and click on the login button, right? These things you have to do. When you do this, you will be again redirected to another web page, that is a home web page, where you will see your own profile. And home page means all your friends posts, and you will be option to log out, log in, or you have an option to search another profile also, right? So what are those? Whatever that is displaying on your screen. Okay, whatever that is displaying on your screen all belongs to front end part of the application, right? So as we know, we should be working on three things here. Backend means creating a connectivity between you and the server. And database means whatever, all the things belonging to the application should be stored somewhere. That is database. And finally, what does front end means? It is like creating a creating a creating something where a user can interact with the application which you have built. That is the main goal here. When you build the application, okay, you will be releasing it to a market. You will be, what you will do, you will release it to a market, and where the success of the application will be what measured on how many users are using your application. For suppose Amazon, worldwide people will be using the application, right? Amazon application, correct? So so it is a huge success. And Flipkart, it is in India. A whole India will be using a Flipkart application. That is, but if you compare Amazon and Flipkart, Amazon is more successful because it is a worldwide application. A Flipkart means it is used only in India. Okay, so based on a number of users, that is, when you build application, you have to attract the users. How to attract the user? One is, you should be able to create a interesting web pages like this. At least, see, when I say, so when I go here, I can say Facebook. When I click on the Facebook, now we are inside a Facebook application. Okay, so like that, when you are hired as a developer, as a full stack developer, you will be given a web page to build, database to create, and you need to make the connection between your front end and database using a backend. That is what your job is. Okay, as a full stack developer, you have to take care of all these three things. You have to build a web page according to the requirement of your company, right? And you have to maintain a database. Everything should be stored. And when the user interact, okay, suppose if I just click login, see, another web page came. Should be, this is how should work, how it should work. Everything will be given to you. You just have to build it as a developer, right? Okay, so as a front-end developer, we have a responsibility to create a what? Create a like face. Okay, create a face for the application. Okay, so you will be successfully building a database. Successfully, you have written the program for what the backend. And if you don't have a attractive front end, that will definitely lead to the failure of a front end of a application itself, because this is where you interact with the user. You create all these three things. Database, user have no business with it. Okay, when a developer create application, everything he will be controlling it. Okay, database, it will be under the control of developer. User cannot see any database. User cannot see how beautifully they have written the backend program. Okay, user cannot see anything, but one thing user will see is how well we have managed to create a beautiful web page for an application. How everything is arranged in a particular manner where the user can easily navigate through your web page and use it. That is where a success of an application lies with respect to a user, right? So as a front-end developer, what we have the responsibility we have is to create a face of a application. Face means everything that will be displayed on the screen. So here, the picture, the heading, all the text, a button, a icon. Here also, some another boxes are there. Okay, so here again, uh, a tags, upcoming tags. Okay, everything is created by a front end developer. How we will create? How normally we will create these things using a front end? Again, you have to learn the technology for it. Okay, how you are learning to use database? You have a set of technology like SQL, MongoDB, or MySQL, anything, right? Like that only. How you are learning to operate a backend, that is using Java, right? That is a programming language. That is a technology. Like that only. Like that only. We have a separate technologies or separate languages to be learned in order to create all these things. So what are those? So what we will do is we will start with HTML. We will start with HTML. We will proceed with CSS, and we will again proceed with JavaScript, and finally Angular. Okay, so these are our technologies we'll be learning in the front end part of this course. Okay, so in the backend Java, in database, you will be learning set of technologies, and finally in front end, you will be learning this. Okay, and additional, you will be having a bootstrap also. Okay, so you'll be learning how these technologies work and how to write a program for it and how to implement in real-time application. All these things you will be learning in this particular technology. Okay, and in this course. Okay, so anyone have an idea how idea about how to write HTML, how to write CSS? If you have, please do text in a text box, like yes, no, or anything. How many of you know how to write a code in HTML and you're familiar with the subject? Hmm? How many of you know how you will write the code in HTML? Okay, sure. What about others? Now, usually, okay, okay. I just want to have one idea, that's all. Okay, anyway, I will be starting with a very basics itself. Okay, because some of you have don't know the programming language. Uh, some of you know the basics. Okay, some of you or from a different branch. If civil branch student, mechanical branch students are there, it is very difficult if I just skip the basics. So what I will do is I will start from the scratch. Okay, today we will be learning how to write and what is HTML, right? And then we will be starting off with the advanced concepts, right? Okay, so because everyone should be on the same boat here, that's why, right? Okay, starting with that. So as I told, if you want to build anything like this, okay, if you want to build any website, first you need to make sure you have a good front end part, that is good web page. This is called a web page. Okay, so in that